punch took 150 joules of energy. 150 joules of energy is enough to heat 1 gram of water up to 30 degrees Celsius. If I did 4 of those punches, I could actually boil 1 gram of water. $420 joules of energy is how much it takes to boil 1 gram of water. Okay. So as you may know, evaporated water removes itself of any impurities. Okay, so that's good. We know that. We had this idea. Could we use 2 parabolic mirrors to power a desalination plant?
That's great, but what's a parabolic mirror?
A parabolic mirror is a large concave mirror which concentrates light and heat from the sun over a large area and concentrates it into a much smaller area. In London, we can see an example of a parabolic mirror when a building almost melted a car. The building was very shiny and concentrated a large amount of the sun's heat into a small area, which was the car, and melted it. Anyways, back to our idea. We decided to make a large industrial scale model of a solar distillation plant. It involved using 2 parabolic mirrors with a surface area of around 10,000 square meters each. Okay, and based on our calculations, the mirror could actually boil 180,000 kilograms of water per hour. That's great, right? But there's a catch. The most heat-resistant metal we could find was tungsten, which has a melting point of over 3,600 degrees Celsius. And another metal I'm going to use for comparison purposes, which we also considered, was titanium. Okay, so tungsten, it would be a very good material because of its high melting point, but it has a very low specific heat capacity. In fact, the amount of energy in joules it would take to melt it would actually be less, than about half as much, in fact, of titanium. I could have melted tungsten with the energy it took to do 4 of those punches already. That's pretty bad. So, to combat this, we decided to make an adjustment to our parabolic mirrors, and instead of having them so concave and so concentrating, we decided to make them slightly broader and less concentrated. Here is a diagram of our large-scale model.
Well, that's all fine and dandy, but not everyone can afford a massive distiller in their backyard.
So you think we need a small, cheap, portable model?
Pretty much.
Okay, well, I don't know if you remember, you probably don't because you're bringing it up, but we actually made one out of foam. It was beautiful.
That's right.
If we haven't shown it to you in class, we will.
Hello, Nikhil.
Hey, Zach. So, we've done our distillation portion of the project.
Yes, we have.
What else do we have to do?
Is there any other way you think we could get the salt out of the water?
I don't know if this would work, but maybe filtration would be possible. I don't know. Do you think it would be?
Filtration?
Yeah.
Seems possible. We'd need something semi-permeable to allow the water through and not the salt.
That's true. You know, I was reading, and I think I read somewhere that a balloon could act as semi-permeable membrane. Can you confirm that? Can you, listen to it?
Yeah, it looks like we could.
Okay, so then,
But we'd need some way to put this to test.
Yeah, okay.
We wouldn't want them to leak.
So, we take a balloon, and we fill it with water with food coloring in it.
Okay.
Then we place that in a vat of water. The reason for the food coloring is that way if it leaks through the opening, we'll know, and that of water will have food coloring. If it escapes through osmosis, however, we'll know that the food coloring was kept inside and the water came out, which would show it's semi-permeable.
And we can see if it loses any weight or anything.
We'll weigh the balloon first and then weigh the balloon after and see how it turned out.
Okay, so you want to go with that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, seems like a good idea. Let's do it.
Saf.
What?
I'm going out, Saf.
Okay. So, Nikki!
You talk to me like that after you're late?
What do you mean, like?
You're fired.
Okay, what is with you and firing me? I'm not your employee.
You are. This is a business. We have to discuss
This
our
isn't a
plans like
business, it's a school
professionals.
project.
Ever served.
So you just get our priorities mixed up. This is the most important thing, and you are my co-worker.
What? What?
Wait, how big is
Okay, anyways, our tests.
Okay, so I think that the experiment was a success to some extent. The balloon after 1 hour dropped from 175 grams to 173 grams.
And no food coloring got in.
Yes, which shows that it didn't leak. However, that's not a lot for an hour.
An hour, it took 2 grams away. So I don't think it would be as effective as doing something like this.
And that is to say, we didn't test it with salt, and we tested it with food coloring. And if we were to...
Even if we were to multiply this enough to the extent of salt, it would be less efficient.
The average is about 550.
Yeah, we don't...
We'd have to pump it through the multiple layers of it.
Yeah, so what we've concluded is the balloon is semi-permeable.
And it would work to filter out stuff, but
but
not as effectively as this.
Okay. So, any other thoughts that we can have in this discussion, my fellow co-worker?
No, I do not have any further thoughts to display.
Then
to
you're
you.
fired. Meeting closed.